Good morning everybody, it's Amanda here from Calmer Thoughts. A few minutes late, I'm sorry about that. I was out on my walk and I've literally just got back. So today what I wanted to talk to you about on my Calmer Thought for the day was sleep. Sleep is massively important. It's probably one of the most important things that I need to talk to you about, and I have done a long talk actually about sleep, and I have posted it on my Facebook page back in sort of May time, so that goes into a lot more depth than what I'm going to say today, because this is just a quick little live to tell you my thought about sleep. But basically we are in a sleep epidemic. According to the World Health Organization, sleep is the epidemic of the 21st century, or the lack of sleep. We don't sleep enough. We're in a world where we're on the go 24 hours a day. Everything's at our fingertips. Nothing ever stops. There's no excuses sort of to go to bed at a reasonable hour. We can just keep on going, and we do. And if you think about it, 150 years ago, we didn't have electricity. And so now we have light, we have power, we have the TV. 150 years ago when it got dark, there was not a lot to do. You went to bed. You had gaslight, you had fire, and it was limited to what you could do with things. So sleep is a really important thing to get a hold of and to get better at. And a bit like my talk yesterday about breathing, we do it automatically. It's a natural thing we do. We don't have to think about this one really, because we all sleep. Every night we get tired and we go to bed and we sleep. But are we sleeping as well as we should be? I've got a few little I've got lots of facts and figures about this actually, but I'm just going to give you a really interesting one, which is that sleep is vital for our immune system and our health and our mental health. And it also, if you have less than 7 hours sleep a night, it can have detrimental effects on your mental health. It can also affect, it can bring on or make worse, I can't think of the right words to say this, but Alzheimer's, type 2 diabetes, strokes, obesity, heart attacks. When we have less than 7 hours sleep a night, our natural cancer fighting cells are 70% less efficient, or reduced by as much as 70%. So, and that's just with less than 7 hours. And most of us probably only get about 6 to 7 hours sleep a night. And we think that's not bad, that's okay. We should be sleeping 8. We should be sleeping 8 hours a night. That's what we're designed to do. And when we sleep, that's when our body restores, replenishes, rejuvenates. It lays down all our memories. That's why it's so important for things like Alzheimer's and dementia. We need that sleep. So my tips for today on this are, I've just got 3 of them. There's lots and lots of tips, but the 3 that I'm going to talk about are bedtime routines. We need a bedtime routine. When our children are little, we stick to a bedtime routine with them like it's made in stone, because if we upset their bedtime routine, we know that that night is going to be a nightmare. They're not going to sleep well, they're going to be up all night, they're going to be awful tomorrow morning. So we have a very set routine with our small children, babies and small children. So it's when they're very tiny, it's bath, bottle story, soft music, everything is quiet. We do everything that we can. I can see people, hello, I can see people tuning in. Hi Brigitte, nice to see you. And we make it as calm and as peaceful and as quiet as possible. So it gives the children the message that it is time for bed. And heaven help anyone who gets a game out or puts something on TV that excites them, because we know that will be a nightmare for the rest of the night. Why is it, as adults, we don't think we need a bedtime routine? Why is it that we think at 11 o'clock or midnight we can just say, okay, gonna go to sleep now, and we just go to bed? We have to wind down just like we do with children. Nothing has changed. So having a bedtime routine is what I would say is a priority, and having things that you do to wind yourself down. The other day I talked about limiting your news before you go to bed, and watch what you watch on TV. So nothing highly dramatic or adrenaline fueled, or playing on Xboxes and PlayStations, things where your brain is buzzing and you're thinking about stuff. It's time to calm down, to relax, to have a hot drink, to have a hot bath, just to calm yourself down. So you send that message to your brain, it's time for bed. The other thing sort of linking on to this is, another tip is remove gadgets from your bedroom. So if you've got a TV in your room, take it out. Bedrooms should be for sleep. And we confuse ourselves with our bedrooms, that because we might eat in our bedrooms, we might watch the TV and movies in our bedrooms, we might be working from home in our bedrooms. So our bedrooms aren't this sanctuary anymore where we go to rest and relax. So removing gadgets from your room and switching off your phones and devices at least 30 minutes before you go to bed, if not an hour before. I know that's a really hard one, but it is a really important one to think about. And what I started, something I did this lockdown, was I decided to charge my phone downstairs at night time, because when I was going to bed, I take my phone and the last thing I do is I set my alarm to come on it, and then I couldn't help but just look on Facebook or Instagram or check my emails, or something would pop into my head and I'd Google it, and I'd spend another half an hour going through my phone and then thinking I could go to sleep, and I'd be wired from all the little things I've been watching and looking at. And then in the morning, when I switch my alarm off on my phone, again, the first thing I'd do is I'd go on Facebook, I'd look at stuff, and I'd waste half an hour, or even not an hour. That hour that I thought, oh, I'll get up and I'll do lots of stuff, was gone. So I just had this revelation in the middle of lockdown, and I decided one night that I would charge my phone downstairs. It was really easy. I can't believe how easy it was. And it's made such a difference to my sleep. I get up so much earlier now. I go to bed so much quicker, more easily. And it's just a normal thing. So it's one of the best habits that I have introduced into my life over lockdown. And it has really helped with my sleep. So I'd really recommend that one. And my third tip is no caffeine after midday. Caffeine, coffee, stays in our system for 12 hours after you've drunk it. And it's a stimulant. So if you have a drink of coffee at midday, that will still be in your system 12 hours later at midnight. So limit your caffeine intake and make sure it's well before midday, so it's out of your system. That would be a really big tip as well. I would also say I've helped so many clients with sleep. That's what people normally, well, they don't normally come and see me for sleep, but sleep is a big part of why they come. It will be affected when they come and see me. And I have 4 questions I ask clients when they first come and see me, and they are you having trouble falling asleep at night? Do you wake up in the middle of the night with your mind racing? Do you wake up before you need to in the morning? Say your alarm goes off at 7, but you're awake at 5 and that's it. Or do you find it hard to get out of bed when it's time to get up and get going? Do you find it really hard to get out of bed and wake yourself up? And people who come and see me with stress and anxiety and depression and all of these different things, I am shocked if they don't answer yes to those questions. They'll be tick, 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 tick. Yes, I have all of those, or at least 1 or 2 of them. Sleep is one of the first things I sort out with clients when they come, because until we get that under control, we can't really sort out the rest of everything. So if you have problems with sleep and you need more help, then please get in touch, because I've helped a lot of people with their sleep issues, people with insomnia, people just waking up in the middle of the night with their worries. I've got lots of different things I can do with you to help you with that. So just if you need to know that. So that's my tip for today, sleep. Really think about your sleep. Look at what you can do to improve your sleep. When we sleep better, we feel better, and it's vital for our mental health and our physical health. When we have a lack of sleep, it can bring on all of those other things that I talked about at the beginning: Alzheimer's, diabetes, strokes, heart attacks, obesity, the list goes on. So it's vital. That's my tip for today. I shall see you tomorrow. I might be a little bit later on tomorrow. Come on sometime in the afternoon, because I'm going for a long walk tomorrow morning. So I will see you sometime tomorrow afternoon with my tip of the day, my calmer thought of the day. Take care until then. See you then. Have a good weekend. Bye bye.